Good morning, good evening, or good luck, depending where you are watching from. I'm Ali Mehdaoui, and this is What's New with ME, where we don't just tell you what happened, we talk about what it actually means. So let's get into it. Uvalde officer verdict, justice or just the limit of it? So, a Texas jury has acquitted former Uvalde school police officer Adrian Gonzalez on all 29 counts of child endangerment tied to all of the Robb Elementary school shooting. And let's pause here because this one is one of those moments where the law speaks, and a lot of people feel like it's speaking a language they just don't understand. Prosecutors argued Gonzalez failed to act fast enough while children were dying. The defense argued he followed protocol, didn't encounter the shooter, and shouldn't be held criminally responsible for a systemic failure. After 7 hours of deliberation, the jury agreed with the defense. Legally, case closed. Emotionally, absolutely not. Families of the victims say the verdict feels like yet another door slammed shut. Supporters of the officer say accountability shouldn't mean scapegoated. And here's the uncomfortable truth. A courtroom can only judge individual actions, not institutional collapse. This was the first criminal trial tied to Uvalde. It won't be the last, I can promise you that. And this conversation is about policing, is about responsibility, and whether our systems are designed for protection or paperwork. And no, this verdict does not heal Uvalde. It just tells us where the limit of justice systems are. Redistricting, the game with maps. Now, if you have ever been wondering why politicians fight so hard over maps, here's the short answer. Because whoever draws the lines often decides who wins the elections. Across the country, Democrats and Republicans are locked in a mid-decade redistricting war. Not because the population suddenly changed, but because the math did. Republicans are redrawing districts in states they control to protect slim House margins. Democrats are using courts, ballot measures, and legal challenges to undo maps they say dilute minority votes. Everyone claims it's about fairness. Everyone benefits when their version of fairness wins. Think of it like this. It's chess, except the board gets redesigned mid-game. Who's winning? Well, it depends on the state. It depends on the judge, and it depends on who holds the pen. But one thing is clear. The 2026 House will be decided long before Election Day, in rooms where voters aren't even present. JD Vance in Minnesota, ice, politics, and a powder keg. Vice President JD Vance is heading to Minneapolis, and no, it's not for a baby shower for baby number 4. This is not a casual visit, believe me. This follows the fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good by an ICE agent during a federal operation earlier this month where she used her car to stop the officer. The Department of Justice says no criminal investigation is warranted. Local leaders say the federal government is escalating tensions. Now, protesters say the system is just simply broken. And Washington says law and order. So here is where the satire writes itself. The same cities told to stand down during unrest are now being told to stand with federal enforcement. And if they don't, well, funding threats enter the chat. Vance's visits is equal parts policy defense and political signal. This administration is doubling down on immigration enforcement and daring critics to challenge it. Supporters call it leadership. Opponents call it provocation. Either way, Minneapolis becomes the stage for America's ongoing argument over immigration authority and who actually gets protected. Former special counsel Jack Smith is now testifying publicly before Congress. Yes, the man who investigated a president is now being investigated about investigating a president. Smith is defending his work on the classified documents case and the 2020 election probe, cases that were dropped when Donald Trump returned to office. Republicans say the investigations were political. Democrats say the evidence justified the prosecutions. Smith says, read the facts. And here's the irony. Everyone claims to care about the rule of law until the law looks at their side. This hearing isn't about new evidence. It's about rewriting the narrative, because in Washington, winning the story is often more important than winning the case. The Clintons in contempt. Epstein subpoenas and history is knocking. Congress has voted to hold Bill and Hillary Clinton in contempt for refusing to testify in the Epstein investigation. I wonder why. Let's be clear. Contempt of Congress doesn't mean guilt. It means defiance. The Clintons say the subpoenas are politically motivated. Congress says no one is above accountability. And America, they just want an answer. That's all. Just we want the truth. This isn't about left. This isn't about right. It's about whether power protects itself and whether transparency applies equally. Will this lead to prosecutions? Unlikely. But symbolically, this is Congress saying the Epstein chapter is not closed. The monster winter storm, nature has entered the chat. So finally, let's talk about the only thing in this show that does not care about politics. A massive winter storm is set to impact over 200 million Americans. Snow, ice, freezing rain, Arctic air, from the plains to the Northeast, travel disruptions, power outages, and dangerous conditions are expected. Translation, this is not the storm where you see how it goes. Prepare, please. Get food, water, medication, backup heaters, charge your devices. And New Jersey, please listen to me closely. New Jersey is right in the crosshairs from snow to ice and brutal cold. So major roads, commutes, and power grids will be impacted. So check on your neighbors, stay off the roads if you can. And please, we don't need the I thought I could make it stories. Winter does not negotiate. So tonight, we had justice debated, power redrawn, politics inflamed, history resurfacing, and a storm reminding us who's really in charge. That's America in 2026. Stay informed, stay human, and stay warm. I'm Ali Mehdaoui, and this was What's New with ME. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time.
Still marketing your business like it's the Yellow Pages era? Welcome to ME Studios, where local solopreneurs and small business owners catch up with the digital world and take over it. We help you go from invisible to undeniable. Featured on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Plus, gain press exposure in over 100 to 300 major media outlets like Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the CW. Right here in Eatontown, New Jersey, just steps away from the soon-to-be Netflix studios, our multi-unit facility is built for creators, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Stop marketing like it's 1995. Start building your digital authority today with a team that gets it.